Hey beautiful people, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be making scotch egg or egg roll. We have 4 cups of all-purpose flour, 14 eggs, a cup of butter, teaspoon of nut milk, and half teaspoon of baking powder, milk, and sugar. So here now we're going to start by boiling our egg. We're going to be cooking this egg for 10 to 15 minutes. In the water here, I'm going to add a little bit of salt. The reason why I'm adding this salt is because it's going to help make it easy for me to peel my egg. And I'll go ahead and put the egg, all my 14 egg. Yeah, actually I'm boiling 16 because I'll be eating 2 and I'll be using 14 for the scotch egg. You want to put your egg gently because you don't want it crack, you don't want your egg to crack. So you just put it gently into the water. And while the egg is on the stove getting ready, right here we're cooking the egg for 10 to 15 minutes. Here we're gonna add all the ingredients: the baking powder, the nut milk, the sugar, and we're gonna mix everything together to combine, to make sure it's well combined. After mixing everything, I'll go ahead and add my butter, and I'm gonna give a mix. At this stage now, you can use your hand, wash your hands well and use your hands, or you can still use the wooden spoon. So right now, just wash my hands and I'll just go in with my hands to make it easier for me to incorporate everything. After mixing everything, it's gonna look like a fine crumb of bread. The butter and the milk should be at room temperature. You can still use melted butter. Melted butter is good. It also makes your mixture easy. But if you don't want to melted butter, you can still do it my own way. Now I'll go ahead and add the milk. When adding the milk, you add the milk gradually. You're not just going to put it all, just put it gradually to see how the dough look like. Your dough shouldn't be too hard nor soft. Right now, I'm going now to use my surface now to knead the dough. We'll put a little bit of flour and I'll go ahead to knead my dough. You don't want to over knead the dough, but just do it a little bit. Just knead it a little bit. And so I cut it like that just to show you how it is supposed to be. Like, you don't want to make your dough really hard. You see how nice and smooth the dough is. That is how your dough is supposed to look like or be. Yeah, so right now we're gonna set this aside and we're gonna go ahead to take off our egg from the pot. In a bowl here I have water and some ice. The reason why I'm putting this ice is because I want the egg to cool down quickly, and so it'll be easy for me to peel the egg. So right now I'll just take my egg and put in the water with ice. And now with this ice, the ice is gonna make your egg cool so really fast than putting your egg in regular water. You see how easily it comes off. The salt and The ice water really helps the egg, really makes it easy to peel the egg. Yes, it's really easy. When you put a little bit of salt, it makes it really easy. The reason why I'm using colander to put my egg inside is because I want all the water to drain out, because we're gonna be using paper towel to wipe, or to paper towel to wipe all the water that we have on the egg, because we don't want the inside of our scotch egg to be like, wet or soft. So we go ahead to use paper towel, wipe, take off some of that water. So right now we have our oil on the stove on medium heat. While the oil is getting hot, we just go ahead and start forming our scotch egg. So right now just cut a little bit portion, and I'll just use the rolling pin to roll it. And when you're rolling it, the last edge, you need to make it really thin. You need to make it really thin. As you can see right now, just put my egg, roll it, and I'll make sure I pinch the side of both ends and fold them inside so it doesn't open up. That is a secret, because if you don't fold the edges and put inside, it's going to open up. And at the end, I use the thin edge I told you, and I just try to make everything stick together. And I'll be cutting the extra dough we have here. We don't need the extra dough, so I'll be cutting that, and I'll fix the edges. Just use my hand to roll it, or you can still put it on the surface and just roll it to make sure the edges stick so it doesn't open up when you're frying your scotch egg. Yeah, I'll show you one more time. See your dough, you flour the surface and you use your rolling pin. And when rolling your dough, you don't want to make your dough too light. If it's too light, it's gonna come out like, it's gonna burst out. So you don't want to make it too light nor thick. You see right here, I'm gonna pinch the edge, put inside. Like, that's how you do it. When you do it this way, your egg is not gonna open up. Your egg roll or your scotch egg is not gonna open up. And I'll be cutting the extra dough after this. Yeah, so our scotch egg is all rolled out. So right now we're gonna start the frying process. So let's start frying. You don't want your oil to be too hot, like it's gonna burn on the outside and raw in the inside. So what you do is, your oil should be hot but not too hot. And when your scotch egg is in the oil and you notice the oil is too hot, you just lower your stove a little bit and let it cook slowly. You see, a scotch egg. None of this open up because I folded the both edges, So the first one is ready. Look how nice. Look that beautiful color. So go ahead and put the next batch. This is the last one. Guys, you don't want your oil too hot, because if it's too hot, it's not gonna be done inside. The outside will be burned and the inside will be raw. So at this point now, you just stir this frequently. Our scotch egg is all done, guys. Look that nice and beautiful color. That nice and beautiful color. Our scotch egg is all ready. So right now, see how beautiful it looks. It's well done, and you can still decide to cook your egg to be half done. It depends on how cooked you want your egg to be. See how the look. Oh my god, this looks so delicious. I can't wait to eat this. Please go try this and tell me how it goes. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, comment on this video, and if you're my new subscribers, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. If you're already my subscriber, thank you for coming. Bye bye.